Good morning, hello, and welcome. Welcome to my sacred space. I'm Olivia, and this is Tarot and Coffee with Olivia. Um, as you see, I have laid out some cards here. This is your daily pick Tarot meditation. I'm going to straighten things up here and let you know how this works. While I'm talking or reading, you're going to check over these things. We have some card toppers here, is what I'm going to call them for lack of a better term. Um, so we have this bejeweled item here. We have this, what I like to call, I don't know how much detail you can actually see, but that I like to call my Presbyterian cross because it has the symbol of a dove. I know that's any religion, but it just really reminds me of Presbyterians. This right here is obviously a beautiful leaf pen, and then we have this butterfly. Butterflies often represent angels or guardian angel. This one has particular grandmother energy to it because it happened to be one of my children's, or several, all my children's grandmother. Several. She was a grandmother to all my kids. Oh, and I'm drinking breakfast. Drinking, I was going to say breakfast coffee today, but what I meant was dessert coffee today. I have my milk and my cream in it, and I call that dessert coffee. Um, I love connecting with you in this way. I really appreciate that you're here. And if you'd like me to clarify any of these readings, or if you would like to have a personal reading of your own, those those readings do contain a lot more detail, um, and you can ask specific questions, unlike this daily meditation. So please go ahead and click my link tree. You can connect with me there. You can, I think I have I'm pretty sure, in fact, I do. I have a really great deal, a 10-minute reading for $10 going on right now. So um, if you book in time for that, then that's great. Um, you guys are really special to me, and every time I have this little thing that I write out, and it is just kind of a guide so that I can not have too many blank spots because I don't edit this. I just one shot. I one shot this so that if I have so basically here's what my little cheat sheet looks like. It just tells me what to say next, but I don't always go by it. And that's when I really mess up. But whenever I get to this part where it says you are special to me, I always have that song by Mr. Rogers in my head that goes, "You are my friend, you are special." Well, you are. Okay. So while I'm doing the thought of the day, I want y'all to go ahead and pick your card topping or pick your card, however you want to do that is fine. That card is going to be your reading for the day, your daily reading. Um, and it's just kind of a way to think about how things might work in your day, how things might go, how um, what's going on in your head. So, the meditation today, or the thought of the day, I just lost my place. It's in a Marianne Williamson book. Marianne Williamson is a smart lady, dude. So basically, I wanted to talk about manifestation. I'm pointing to my crystals here and my rocks because um, most of these are, I don't know where they came from. That's what. They were manifested. If you recognize these, and you may have thrown them in my tarot bag, this is one that it's like, I don't know where that came from. It was in my bag. Um, if that was yours and you need it back, let me know if it's something. Uh, like I said, I don't know how I got it, but it makes me think of manifestation because a lot of things do come to me in ways that I'm like, I don't know where that came from, but here it is. Um, I've always lived in a house with a lot of people, so I kind of consider that might be some of the reason. But I do know that we can manifest each day in a way that we want to. There are always things that come up that we have no control over. However, um, we can set the mood of the day. And that's a little bit of what I'm trying to do here. When we're talking about manifesting our future, I want you guys to think about no matter who you are, you might be someone. You might be a Republican. You might be a Democrat. You might be a Libertarian, a Presbyterian, or a Lesbiterian. I don't know, but I do think that each and every one of you are hoping for a better future. I This is going to sound off track. I love science fiction. However, it really focuses lately, like the movies and the books, even focus a lot on dystopias. And even when they have a utopian society, they always have like a dark thing and it turns into a horror movie. hmm And I think we should start imagining more like what we would like. And this is Marianne Williamson's a little blurb on three ways of thinking about the future, because each time we manifest something, we are thinking about the future. And if we want to manifest the future, we have to think about it, right? Okay. There are three fundamentally distinct ways to think about the future. The easiest is extrapolation, to conceive of a future that is an extension of the present and recent past. The second is to imagine what might be independent of what is, or as a free influence from the present as one can become. So, like pure imagination. The third is to cultivate awareness and reflectiveness, to become open to what is arising in the world and in us, continually ponder what matters most deeply to us. And I really like that thought because I really don't believe in manifesting willy nilly. Um, Sometimes it just happens, but it's good to put some thought into it, really. And so now's the time for us to turn over one of these cards, and I'm going to pick the one on the left because that's the one I always pick first. And you have the sun. I'm just going to lay it down right here. No, I am going to put it on the easel weasel. I'm hoping you can see it. To me, the sun is like a big fat, juicy, not juicy, but a big fat, warm hug from Jesus. I'm regretting that word juicy a lot right now. Basically, this is an illumination. Maybe you have come into a realization of some kind. The lights have turned on, and you are now ready for a new beginning with everything that you could possibly want or need for that new beginning. The sun is a life energy force. It's a breakthrough. You can see we have the phoenix who is rising from the ashes. We have all the sun's rays with all the sun signs on it, warming these two vulnerable naked people down here. And we have the Stonehenge on either side representing spirituality and our earthly wildness. So be optimistic today. This is good. I don't really have any advice or suggestions for you except to enjoy this day. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. And so now we will. I really like this tiny little thing. Isn't it cute? We're going to turn over the next card with the cross, and we have the Knight of Swords. Here's the thing. When I lay down these cards, I put the little toppers on top, and I don't really think about where I'm putting them, but they can't sometimes change the meanings of the cards, which in this case it did. In a little bit of a way, it kind of filled it out a little bit more. This is not the best side. I know we're like, oh, well, this is beautiful. This is going to be about Jesus. Well, I mean, it's about you. This card. This card is kind of like this is kind of it was drawn upside down, and then we have this cross, and I want you to be careful of being overly pious, arrogant, headstrong. You're not the only one that can right wrongs, and yours is not the only way. Those are the warnings that are coming with this card today. Now, effectively, this person is a righteous person. This someone is someone who does like to come along and fix things. Um, However, it just comes with this warning to take a step back, let somebody else have a turn. Um, you're good at what you do, but maybe just take some advice from somebody. It seems like with this card, that's something that's often really hard to do for you. And that's what I have for you today. Put that cross right here. And now we're going to turn over our autumn leaf pen. And we have the seven of swords. Lots of swords today. Swords often have to do with conflicts in the mind. Conflicts of the mind. This particular card today is saying something very specific. It is saying that, like, you have set out to do something, it didn't work out right. There might be some little people that don't matter, that you don't need to pay attention to, or maybe they are your friends, but what they're saying is something that you just need to let go. Okay? You need to take a break for a minute. Put down all your little troubles and take a hot bath. Um, and try not to think about it. You've been thinking about it a little too much. Whatever this is, it may be a failure on your part or something that just didn't quite work out, and you feel like you failed in front of people and are a little embarrassed. Um, don't be embarrassed. We're all human. But do take some time to yourself to really kind of think about nothing for a minute. Stop trying to work this problem. It's not your problem to work. It is for you to take care of yourself and to move on. And that's your Seven of Swords today. Again, I can always clarify these if you want to book me. Um, we can clarify your daily reading, or we can start with a new question. We can do it however you would like. But right now, there we have the Two of Rods. And we also have this grandmother spirit energy along with that. I know this one didn't really have, I guess the sparkle is what added to the greatness of the sun. Um, and the fall leaf, it is a time of, the leaves are falling in a time when people do go into some kind of repose, some kind of a staying indoors more, quiet times, that kind of stuff. Okay, so back to the Two of Rods. Make sure you're focused. Focus. And the Two of Rods tells us today that you might be planning something for the future. That's great. You're doing this balancing thing. You're moving slowly and cautiously, and that's good. That's how you're supposed to be doing this. Victory will be yours. All will come to pass in a good way. There may be two separate paths that you could go. However, don't worry about your choices right now. Just move slowly and cautiously. Um, I think either choice would be a good choice, or either direction. But just go, just slow down a little bit. Calm yourself. You have time. It may not feel like it, but you do. You have more time than you think. That's the message that I'm getting from this card. And now it looks like we're at the end of our little video, which always makes me a little melancholy. Um, but I guess I will look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, and I will hold you in the light. Until then, thank you very much. Love you. See you soon.